Hi, welcome back to Lombere Tactical. I'm Eric Lombere, and today we're going to talk about how I got my CCW in California. And hopefully this can help others out there who live in California behind enemy lines experience a little bit of freedom like the rest of the country gets to. So I hope this helps, and let's get into it. Yeah, so you heard right. I did the impossible in California. I got my CCW. This is exactly what, Gavin Newsom and all those other super extreme Democrats don't want you to have, right? So how did I do it? It was really a main part of how I was able to get my CCW was by moving to Orange County. Okay, so the sheriff here is super just, pro Second Amendment. He wants his, residents of Orange County to practice their Second Amendment right to exercise it as all good Americans should do, right? But in California, it's so restrictive, and, moving to Orange County is really just like a safe haven for us gun lovers out there, right? And I don't even consider myself, pro-gun. I consider myself pro-Second Amendment, right? So it's good to find, a sheriff like that and to live in a city like that where you can be free, especially in such a state like this. So, that was one part of it. The other part, though, was I got really lucky with finding my CCW trainer, right, the permit instructor. The name of the company, I'll link it down below. I'm not affiliated with him. I don't get paid for this, but he was such a great just like a wonderful find for me, and really made this whole process of making a CCW possible. So I do want to link him down below. If you live in Orange County or these other counties that he is able to give permits in, let's see, Orange County, Ventura County, Fresno County, and Madera County. So if you live in one of those counties, I would highly recommend this guy right here. He helps you out from A through Z, the whole process. And he's really a one-stop shop. You can get everything that you need done just by going to him. So I highly recommend him. The name of the company is CCW Permit Instruction, and the gentleman's name is Orville. So he's a really nice older man. He's really well informed with the sheriff's department. He stays in really close contact with them. So if something changes, like I always get emails from him like, oh hey, the sheriff's department now wants you to renew your license 120 days before it expires. So be sure to mark your calendars. He's so good. I reach out to him till this day with questions, and he always gets back to me. Like I'll ask him like, hey, my carry weapon, can I do a stippling job on the gun, right? And he'll get back to me and be like, oh yeah, you can do that. And I even asked him another question like, can I change the barrel of my carry gun? He says, no, you can't change any internal parts. So he's just a really great resource for you to always stay in contact with if you ever have any questions. He, like I said, he helps you out from A through Z of the whole process. So another important thing, of course, is you need to do the live fire training. So he's hooked up with a shooting range nearby, and so one of the days of the class you'll go to the shooting range, and that's what you do the whole day is you're doing the live fire training, and then he also does a live scan in house. Live scan is another part that you need to have to get your CCW. So he has that all in house. You get it all done. This whole process is a little bit pricey. I forget exactly how much I paid. I don't want to misquote prices. But you can't put a price on freedom, right? So I was happy to pay it. It wasn't excessive. We're talking, like I think around like $200 or so. I can't remember exactly how much I spent, but that was for the whole thing, right? And then of course I think the sheriff's application is like another $100 or so. So you're gonna spend a few $100s getting through this, but it's not that much money. The class itself took about I think 2 or 3 days, can't remember exactly how long, but I did it over the course of a weekend, and then when the course is done, the training instructor there, he makes sure that you have everything that you need. So by the time you actually are done with that class, you can go ahead and submit the application to the sheriff's department like the very next day. I'm not joking, right? And he, like I said, he walks you through every step of the way. So even with a good cost statement, right? he helps you make sure that you're writing that properly. So what happens is you write your good cost statement, he looks it over, and just makes some suggestions for you to maybe how to improve it, just to make it a little bit more up to worded correctly, right? So that the sheriff can clearly understand your situation, because it has to do with your work and maybe places that you travel to, or if you're traveling with cash, let's say, it's different. Everyone has a different situation, and Orville just makes sure that you highlight, those important aspects of your own personal specific situation on the good cost statement, so that all the important parts are highlighted, so that you have, a well-written good cost statement. So, for me, when I was done with this whole class, I submitted the application the very next day. And then I clicked, I scheduled my interview. I think it was maybe like a week or two out. And I did the interview with the sheriff's department. What happens is you just go in, you sit down with the sheriff or another designee, and they'll go through your application, make sure you got everything, and they take your picture, and ask you a few questions, and that's about it, right? It's very smooth, simple process. And the reason why it's so seamless and smooth is because of Orville at CCW Permit Instruction. He makes sure you have everything that you need to get your CCW, right? He sets you up for success. So I cannot recommend it more. He's really just a gold mine that I found, and I'm happy to kind of link him down below so that I can help other people. And if you live in one of those counties, like I mentioned before, that he teaches in, I would highly recommend you to go see him, because it worked for me. I got my CCW, and and then the time frame. So once I submitted the application, did the in-person interview with the sheriff's department, I think it was about 3 months later, I got the call to come in and get my CCW permit. So when that happens, you just go back to the sheriff's department, you pick it up, and you're done. They have you sign off on it. It's very simple, quick process. So, that's my story. I hope this helps anyone out there. If you liked this video or enjoyed it, let me know down below. Comment on the video. I also have in the description, I have links. It's Amazon affiliate links for all the equipment that I use to make these videos. So if you're interested in buying any of that equipment, be sure to check those out. But also, even if you don't want to buy those specific items in there, anything that you purchase through those links does help support the channel. So I would greatly appreciate it if you could do that. If you're going to buy something through Amazon, just click on one of those links. Add whatever item you're going to add to your shopping cart, purchase it, and it costs you nothing extra, but it does help out the channel, so I would appreciate that. Like I said, if you enjoyed it, be sure to like the video, subscribe, and hit the bell button so you're notified as new videos are released, because that bell button is super important, because YouTube hates gun channels. They don't like us, and sometimes as you upload new videos, people aren't alerted to that, even if they are subscribed, right? Because that's just YouTube. So be sure to hit that bell button so you get those instant notifications. And until next time, guys, I'll see you at the next video. Bye.